Hey guys, how's it going? It's X666X Iron Maiden. We are back today with more Gojira. This time, their new track, Amazonia. Looking forward, as always, to new Gojira, of course. Their last track they did, which was... of course, the name is going to escape me when I'm trying to remember it. 2 seconds. Born for One Thing. I literally read it right before even coming on to this. It's already left my brain. Was an amazing track anyway, is what I was trying to get at. Really enjoyed it. It's a track I've still listened to since I've listened to it. It's actually on one of my Spotify playlists, so it is looking pretty good for this album so far. Much better than the last album before that I always forget the name because I don't really listen to it. It didn't really hit me in a positive way. I didn't really enjoy it that much. I know some others did, but it just didn't vibe with me as much as some of their other work. So I always even forget the name of the album because of that. This album, though, is sounding very good so far. We're just off that first song. I'm excited to check this one out. Amazonia, let's go. Interesting. Very interesting. Like, I'm already enjoying the use of obviously it seems to be around the Amazon. Obviously, the name of the song, I'm gonna automatically go with that. I'm hoping I'm not wrong, but it's a pretty good guess, I think. If considering, I'm loving how there's like little elements of cultural instrumentation from the area going on in the background. I'm not sure if they're just going for like a straight song based on just that area or if there's a cause behind it. I always have a harder time with lyrics first go through. I'm more of like the music hits me first kind of guy. So if I don't pick up on it by the end, please let me know if this is just like based around that musical style from that area, or if there's a bigger meaning behind it if I don't mention it throughout the song from noticing. Ooh. I'm loving this little pocket groove they have going on here that they're sticking in. It's super catchy. It's heavy. The same Gojira heaviness that we all come to love from them is going on here, so that's amazing. Of course, mentioned they're showing fire, mentioning fires burning across the land. If I remember, I think was basically what he said. So maybe it's about Amazon fires. We'll find out as we keep going. But so far, yeah, they're in their Gojira groove. It's got their feel to it for sure. Yeah, they're 100% going with. I know that they're heavy, like they are kind of like environmentalists to a certain degree. They have made songs about this in the past, about at least about some of the damages due to planet Earth and stuff like that. And that's what it seems to be themed around is forest fires in the Amazon rainforest is what it seems to be based around off of that opinion, which is really cool of them to do. I can back that cause if it's trying to help save the rainforest. I can back that cause 100%. Obviously, it's a lot harder than just making a song or even just donating money. It's more of a global effort that would have to be put in for a lot of things that have to do with the environment that a lot of people don't believe in doing, unfortunately. But we got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So I completely back that up. Instrumentally, this album is already sounding like it's going to be more my usual Gojira feeling that I like to have from their music. It's lining up perfectly like that. Just really good groove so far. There's a lot of good riffs going on. Nothing too crazy yet. So yeah, let's continue because it does sound like it might get crazy here. That was interesting, Phil. Okay, there's an interesting observation that I've just made, though. Usually where they come in, they have their heavy sound. They're always heavy when they're playing, but usually whenever they move throughout a song, heavier parts seem to come up. But instead of going into heavier, they're almost like coming in with this sound that's almost like lighter of a heaviness in a way, which is different for them from what I'm used to hearing. But I enjoy it. But they do change up the riff that they're playing when they do that too, and it's like a weird. It makes like a weird contrast only because I'm not used to it. But it's taken a second to get used to it. But after hearing them do it a few times, I'm finally like, oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're doing, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a nice change up from their usual pattern, which I really enjoy as well. They could have done it again here, like just going for like that heaviness instead, like super heavy. They usually they usually just chug straight through with those parts, but they decided to change it up a little bit. And it actually works really well in this song because I feel it goes really well with the traditional instrumentation going along with it, like from that area. So it is an interesting contrast that I'm just kind of grabbing a bit as I was going through the song, and yeah, it's just really well done. Looks like they're touching on deforestation too, maybe. This, on the other hand, sounds like we're going heavy. Interesting choice. Okay. Now that we've listened to the whole thing, it kind of changes up my, like, how I feel about it. Let's see here. Credits. I just want to see if they end on... Yeah, it just says who's in the group after. This, now, after really going through it, you can tell that they went for... This is the single on the album. They really... I really expected some changes or something going on there. It's interesting. I don't know. It has, for me, just something, just has that feeling of like a single, you know what I mean? Like, every once in a while, even like really popular groups, they come out with a song and it screams like it's single, right? Like, I don't know, because this song had like a very, compared to, for instance, the last song we just did from this album, it really had a very more, we'll say, less complex song structure, only because they basically kept to their main riff, the little change up that comes up after the riff into the, I'm assuming, into the bridge, and the little bits of areas where they threw in, I'm sorry, I don't actually know the instruments from the area very well. It's not an area I've covered a lot, ever on the channel, and have barely covered off channel, like in my own musical journeys. So I just say traditional instrumentation from the Amazonian area. The parts where they came in as well, that was like your 3 parts, and that's basically what they stuck to. I was kind of expecting at the end there, instead of like a long outro, I was kind of expecting like a really heavy part. I thought maybe they would show intense images of like the rainforest burning down, to really give you like that feeling of like dread, kind of, is what I kind of felt like it was building up to that. And then they didn't do that. They just ended it off kind of like, it kind of felt flat at the end, just because they went right back to that riff that they've already used and just kind of ran its course to the end. And I feel like it kind of disappointed me just because of that, only because I'm used to them usually giving more. You know, so when they make these changes to some of their songs where they decide to hold back a little bit, it kind of lets me down, just because I'm looking for like that high energy when I'm listening to them. It's just like my typical that I feel, you know. So yeah, it was interesting to see it end that way. It made me kind of not like the track as much as I thought I was going to like it at the start, but it was still a really good track at the same time. It was like a I like it and I kind of don't at the same time kind of thing. But yeah, I'm still, it does make me hopeful for this. This song is to benefit the articulation of indigenous peoples of Brazil. Advocate for innovative and cultural rights of indigenous tribes of the Amazon, who have suffered immensely in terms of deforestation, land loss, forced labor, violence, and harassment. Okay, so it did have a message behind it. And obviously this is going to be on the new album that drops April 30th, called Fortitude. I didn't mention that at the start. I wanted to make sure I mentioned it here, since that's about almost 30 days, almost a month away, a little bit over. And hopefully you guys will be checking out more of it with me on the channel. I'm kind of hoping the next one will bring that. It'll be like something different again from them, though. Like, as much as I want to hear something more like the last one, the last track, and less of this one, I do kind of want to hear something completely different again if they do release another track before the release of the album, which I'm guessing they will. I don't know if it's going to be another like music video, like official video. I feel like maybe it would be like just the dropping a song kind of thing, maybe right before the album comes out. It's hard to say, but we'll see. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed checking this one out with me. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified when I drop new videos. I also have a Twitch gaming channel and a Discord server if you guys are interested. And as always, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you later.